All right, welcome to the old trusty, reliable, crappy design. We begin with number 19. I'm sure no one will steal it. Oh wait, you have the anti-theft device on the back of a carabiner that can just come off of the packaging. I don't know whose crappy design is to blame here. Is it the manufacturer that packaged it this way, where you just take off the carabiner, or the store for thinking that somehow this would prevent theft? And also, this is probably like a couple dollars. Unless it's real climbing gear, in which case it might be more than that, because actual climbing gear is really expensive, probably because it helps you not die. I don't think this looks terribly expensive though. Usually you put those on things that are gonna be a huge loss if they're stolen. This is like, are you guys really, you're taking that much of a loss on carabiners? It's like there's a carabiner stealing criminal ring and they target your store specifically, and then they flip the carabiners on the black market. They make a huge profit. It's all the rage these days. These shoes with suction cups on the bottom that pop when I walk on smooth surfaces. The title is a little misleading. I thought for a second that they were doing exactly what they were designed to do. Like, I mean, you bought shoes with suction cups, right? So what were you expecting? Oh, it's actually just, I see. It's in like the sole of the shoe. These are just anti-surprise shoes. You know, there are a lot of people out there who have issues with being surprised. So you can hear everyone coming when you manage to somehow equip everyone else in the world wearing these shoes. Or it's like the CEO of Adidas, like, I really hate being surprised. Okay, can we trick people into buying a shoe that they'll be really excited to wear? It'll be like limited designer, and then I'll know whenever there are people around me, all right? I can stop being surprised. Thank you, guys. Make the athlete look like she's in motion. I believe we've got a bit of an emergency on our hand here. Was really trying to race to the bathroom. Didn't make it in time, unfortunately. Or maybe there's an alternative explanation. She's so fast that it couldn't be possible by human standards. There's actually a hydrogen fuel cell inside of her, and the byproduct of a hydrogen fuel cell is water. And so that's what's also happening. This is just the hydrogen fuel cell that this company installs inside of humans. That, or it's just a real bad emergency. Bread so emo it slices itself. It's a good catchphrase right there, I guess. Sara Lee doesn't like Sara Lee. You know, this could be kind of a one-off incident. I don't know. It does look pretty locked into that position. And it's got this attachment to keep it in place. That's where the hinge is. Yeah. Well, I guess you can be your own worst critic sometimes. It's pretty common. So they're just trying to keep expectations real low so that no one can be disappointed when they try. If they don't like it, well, they were warned. If they do, then wow, Sara Lee really underestimates herself. Just really should think a little bit more highly of her products. Exactly what I want on my shirt. Someone else wearing a similar shirt. Due in July. Due in July. Just in slightly nicer fonts. Like, do you want a shirt of someone wearing a slightly nicer shirt than what you're wearing? Absolutely. Then come on down if we got the shirt for you. We'll give you a Due in July shirt. It'll just kind of be in a really boring font. And then you can always be envious of the other lady whose shirt is nicer and also doesn't have to be wearing a shirt with an image of someone else wearing a shirt on it. New paint on the wall at my gym. For you to notice your body changing for your friends and family for the rest of the world, it takes 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, never give up. I get it, you're trying to be a little bit unique and different and not just straight up write out the stuff, but why like the different sizes of text and the different colors? And I'm just confused. I can't even really critique it because it's just, you knew after you designed this that it was not great, and then you went ahead with it anyway. Why did you do that? Especially for something that's supposed to be motivating to people. It's like, you don't want your motivation to come in a confusing form. You want it to be just right there, front and center. Like, hey, it takes a while to see changes, but keep working at it. That's all you had to say. What in God's name is this? Hey, Bob, we got all these glasses that we didn't sell back in 2010. I just found a big box, like thousands of them, just laying around. Yeah, do you think we can do anything with them? It'd be a shame to put them to waste. Oh, Yeah, I got the perfect idea. Just take them, and then you just put the 9 right on top of, where the 0 is for the last 0 in 2010. Nobody will notice. It'll be just fine. Like they'll be totally cool. They'll buy the glasses anyway. Like why would they not? It's just, there you go. That's what happened with these. Cross-posted from Reddit France. Huh. I'm trying to think of like what else they could have done to incorporate Spider-Man into this without it being weird. You don't have a whole bunch of options, right? You don't want to be like walking into Spider-Man's mouth. That would be weird. I guess you could have it where it's like you're entering Spider-Man's eyes. That's also weird. Just having it be a body, there's not a whole lot of good that can come out of it, I don't think, when the body is supposed to encompass the whole. You're going to enter some orifice. It's got to be like a smaller Spider-Man that's kind of hanging out next to it. It can't just be, here we enter Spider-Man, the bounce house. Yeah, I don't know what the best way to do that is. But that angle is not flattering. Who's like, oh yeah, that's fine. This is good. I see no issues. Also looks like a hot dog sprouting legs. I'm feeling bad for X. They got 2 extra tries and still managed to lose. I don't get it. Is that, I'm assuming that this is just the logo for a company here. And they're like, it looks like a X's and O's. We'll just make it TicTacToe. There are a lot of companies that have circular logos. I guess not all of them have been like, yeah, let's put it on a tic-tac-toe board, and also somehow have given the X's like 2 extra tries. Like they already lost. They got to like, I don't know, here. And then in this one, and then they're like, but maybe I can still salvage this, okay guys? Let me just put down, no, this can't be saved. I really did lose. Shoot, back to the drawing board. The bummer with tic-tac-toe is that if both people know what they're doing, it's impossible to actually win. That was a real letdown when I discovered that. It's always going to be a no-win. It's always going to be that way. Stupid game. These restroom stalls have translucent doors. I feel like here in the US, I could take a million photos of any public restroom I ever go into, and I could post it on here, and it'd be perfectly valid content. I went into these restrooms that were... I was at a beach in Malibu. I was doing some car photos the other week. And I go into the restroom, and I'm just like, thank goodness I don't have to poop, because the stalls, not only did they not have doors on them, but they were also about the height of like my belly button. This is the stall where you're supposed to take a dump if you need to take a dump. It was just basically, you're out in the open surrounded by a waist-high wall. Well, I mean, why did it even have walls? Why not just have like a few toilets lined up so you can all just poop next to each other? It was something that I would see in a horrible nightmare of mine, except it was real life. And why? Ben 10 didn't deserve this. Ben 10, laundry service. There's so many things going on here I just don't understand. I think I've heard that Ben 10, the cartoon, is actually like very popular internationally. So I guess that makes sense that for a laundry service, and I don't know what country this is. I don't recognize the text actually. But maybe Ben 10's pretty popular there. I didn't know that Ben 10 was super, super jacked. So that's news to me. And also apparently doing your laundry here, it'll just make you real jacked. You'll just be like, oh man, I'm so jacked I don't even want to wear the clothes that I just got from the laundry. Like, why am I even bothering wearing this when I can just walk around shirtless? I don't even need to do laundry ever again if I just walk around naked everywhere because I'm so jacked. So it's like a self-defeating advertisement. If the chair in your room was an actual person. So I'm guessing this is at like a really high-end fashion show, probably. It's gotta be. What else would it be at? It's gotta be fashion. Yeah, I gotta believe that some fashion designers, at least for their runway shows, they're just like, what is the absolute most absurd, stupid thing that we can possibly do that because it's in the name of fashion and we're representing a high-end fashion house, well, people will be like, oh, that's so thought-provoking and great, when in reality all we did is wrap someone in bags of trash They just want someone to call them out, but no one will, and they just want to see how far they can get until someone will finally be like, no, you literally just grabbed a bunch of clothing off the sidewalk and you threw them on someone. That's all you did. And no one will call them out on it. Instead, they're like, no, this is incredible. It's really thought-provoking and just amazing how you incorporate all the elements of society into a single piece of clothing, and just, wow. No! Call us out, god dang it! 10 out of 10 design. I don't know if this fits into crappy design. I'm assuming that it's supposed to be... okay. No, I totally thought that this was supposed to be a hat that you would wear if you're like not a fan of Green Bay. But it must be. Is this official Green Bay, or is it like supposed to be for an opponent? I don't get it. This water bottle has markings to show you how much liquid is in it, but you can't see through the bottle. That's pretty self-defeating, isn't it? Thanks. I appreciate you showing me a visual representation of how much liquid exists in each of those types of volume. It's not really helpful when I can't see the liquid behind it. Man, in all science classes at schools, they should start giving you opaque test tubes. No, not test tubes. God, why am I drawing a blank when I like science so much? You know the thing, not a beaker. God dang it. Freaking volumetric cylinder, whatever, goes up to 100 milliliters. Make it opaque. That'll be really helpful. It'll make your chemical reactions very exact. Why would red block when he could win? Huh. Yeah, that's, also, features blue blocker disc. Of all of the board layouts that they could have used, maybe one where there's actually a valid reason to be using that instead of when you can just win? Interesting. Either I could win the game right now, or I can block my own 4 in a row. What do I do? This is tough. It's the sweaty press the button meme. I'm gonna block my own move. Seems like the right choice. I was having fun with this game. I didn't want it to end too quickly. Every 3,000 sheets of paper costs us a ree. Did you know every 3,000 sheets of paper costs us a ree? I'm just thinking of Nick's emote on Twitch. God damn it. Nick isn't editing this, but anyway, Nick, who edits the videos on the main channel, he's got an emote on Twitch that's just a RE, and then he has an EE, and anyway, I realize it's supposed to be a tree, but no, that's not how it reads at all. This trash can at Frankfurt Main Station. No, that's not how this works. Well, you successfully managed to not differentiate anything, and it's all going into the trash. That might be the case anyway. It actually does look like there are different colored bags in each of these, so it looks like the side closer to the bottom of the screen down here is the correct one, but no one's gonna pay that much attention if they're coming from the other side. I was gonna say it probably all funnels into the same bag anyway, in which case they're just trying to make it look nice, but no, they might actually have good intentions at heart, and then they just printed the same piece of metal twice and didn't realize they needed to flip it. Whoops. I guess it's all gonna end up in the trash even if you don't intend for it to. Apparently, Scary Jesus is a thing. Jesus scares. Whoops. I see what you were going for, but that's not how crossword puzzles work. That's not, if you played a game of Scrabble, you realize that this isn't, you're gonna get points for scares, Jesus might have been down on the board first, but when you put cares below the S, you're gonna get the points. Unfortunately, S is only 1 point. If you got a double word or triple word, then cool, you might get 2 or 3 for that S, but you're getting the S in there. Unfortunately, you can't just isolate the cares. You should probably put a little more emphasis on the apostrophe. I was like, Is it supposed to be Angus? I was like, wait, I'm looking for a G here. Or was it supposed to be Angus? Like have a tilde over the... No. There's an apostrophe over there that I didn't catch that the first time around. Yeah. Yep. You know, if your name is Anu, all right, you just, I don't know, maybe you go with a different, maybe use your, if that's your last name, maybe use your first name. That's your first name, maybe use your last name. You got different options. It's just, I feel like if that's your name, you gotta roll with the punches and kind of come up with an alternative when you're using the apostrophe S possessive. Like, I'm sorry, it's unfortunate, it's not fair that other people get to, like, I could do Jordan's Kitchen. It's not fair, but it's just how it's gonna be for you. You should have gone with a different name. I'm sorry, that's all there is to it. Maybe people go there just because they're like, that is, I can't believe the Mad Lads did it. I guess I owe them a meal. So maybe it works in your favor. I don't know. Hopefully your food's good. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Crappy Design. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Crappy Design. Listen to the music playing in the background right now. Link is in the outro and the description over on Marin Music. And I'll see you next time.